Indianapolis Colts, Las Vegas Raiders. This is now 4.5 in favor of the Raiders. 40.5 is your total. The Raiders cut Jonathan Abram, put Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow on IR. This team, what in the hell is going on with this team? Yet the state of the Indianapolis Colts is even worse as they go and hire a commentator to coach the team, hand the play calling duties to a 30-year-old that's never called plays before, and decide to stay with Sam Ehlinger, the worst of the three quarterbacks that they have on the roster. So if y'all can handicap this game, you're better than me, because this is like, I will sit back and just watch the dumpster, not only the flames, I hope the dumpster explodes and all the things happen in this deal. I want absolutely nothing to do with this game. Steven, do you have an opinion?
Do you see this sharp money coming in on the Colts, man? And Jeff Saturday down from 6 to 4.5. I mean, whoa. I think that's more just a comment on Josh McDaniels and what Adam's been talking about all year, that no way you can bet the Raiders to cover a big number here in any certain situation. They just blew their third 17-point lead of the season against Jacksonville last week. I've kind of nicknamed Jeff Saturday Ted Lasso this week. I don't know if you guys watched the show, but, just Mr. Positivity, coming out, being a leader of men, even though he's got a losing record as a high school coach. And one of the first lessons that Ted Lasso has told us is to be curious, not judgmental. So I am rooting for the guy. I am reserving judgment on whether or not this could work and they salvage some things here, but it is clear from the beat reporting that the team and the veterans in the locker room were very upset when they benched Matt Ryan for the rest of the season for Sam Ehlinger. They didn't like that move. And Ehlinger has been about as poor as I expected he would be. He has submarine games. He has made it so that they're not covering spreads. And, maybe Jeff Saturday pulls some rabbit out of his hat and they circle around him and they love the rah, rah, rah. But, I'm not going to sit here and bash the guy by any means when he hasn't even coached a game yet. But when you have a situation with a 6th-round quarterback who has got no experience, and the little bit of experience he has been very poor, behind an offensive line that has been terrible, and you have a coach off the street who has never coached in the NFL at any level, I'm taking a shot on Las Vegas minus 4.5 just on principle. Just on principle, I have to at least bet it. And if I'm wrong, I tip my cap to Jeff Saturday, but I'm not going to bash him for being Mr. Positivity.
Adam, I had to look up what a Parker Frazier was, and
Parks.
and
I've heard of people named Parker. I've never heard of anybody named Parks.
And I had to figure out what that even was with all of this. I mean, look, Irsay can say he's not tanking all he wants to. Hey, it's okay, Jim. We agree. You should tank. You need a quarterback. Like, we agree.
Can't say it. He's just not allowed to say it.
It's like, we get it. Don't come out so adamant that you're not tanking. Just kind of be like, hey, look, things happen in the NFL sometimes or whatever. But Adam, look, the Raiders lose 2 more pass catchers, throw Abram out on the street. They're a dumpster fire as well. Now there's people looking at this Derek Carr contract saying, oh, by the way, they can dump him next year and only lose $6 million in dead cap space. Like, they might be in the market for a quarterback. I mean, two franchises right now that are in complete flux.
Yeah, we can talk all we want about the Colts tanking, but the move of putting Waller and Renfrow on IR tells you exactly what the Raiders think about this season. They came into this season in win-now mode, handed out a bunch of contracts and ate a bunch of dead cap money that suggested they thought they could compete in the AFC West. Everybody who has a pulse looked and said, but the offensive line, but the cornerbacks, they are the worst pass DVOA team in the league. That being said, I don't believe Sam Ehlinger is the one to take advantage of it. That also being said, the play for me in this game has nothing to do with the side, has nothing to do with the total. If you have listened to the quotes from Davante Adams over the last 5 days, you realize that Derek Carr is going to throw the ball to him roughly 434 times in this game alone. He is going to run out on the field while the Colts are on offense, take the ball out of Sam Ehlinger's hands, and tell Davante Adams to just run a pattern down to the other end zone while the other 22 players are on the field. That's what's going to happen this week. Play over Davante Adams anything and everything, especially receptions. Look, he got over his prop last week in the first half, and then they forgot about him. And then Josh McDaniels decided he was going to get cute and establish the run. Well, Davante Adams called him out after the game. He called him out on Monday. He's called him out in the middle of the week and basically said, why are we going away from something that's working? He also said, if you're going to stop throwing the ball to me when I'm double teamed, I'm going to have like 4 catches all year. You've got to throw the ball to me. We know that he and Derek Carr are simpatico. They're going to throw the ball to Davante Adams all day long. That's my play in this game. I don't want anything to do with trying to figure out which side because both teams are tanking.
Yes.